Welcome back to Not So Boring CPA. If you're watching this, you're probably thinking, I want to start preparing taxes. How do I actually get my first clients? Now, not your 20th, not referrals 3 years from now. That's the first one. I'm gonna tell you something very honestly. Your first client is the hardest. Not because you're not qualified, not because you're not smart, but because you don't have the proof yet. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get your first client online, even if you have zero experience, zero reviews, and zero confidence for now, because I started there as well. So let's break it down. In this video, I'll share my recording with my favorite client, Ali, and we will be talking about online platform and where I recommend to get the first client. Let's go. It's a platform that connects people looking for services, for jobs, for anything like that, and people like us who are providing services. So I created my profile as well. I just need to verify the identity, and I was looking for jobs. So for me, the way I set it up, I already see a lot of jobs related to tax preparation, and we can see rates right here. Later today, we'll be talking about pricing a little bit, so I think it will be good to start with this so we see what people want and what they ask for. So let's try to find something. So for example, I look for tax preparation usually. Oh, so sorry for that. And so it shows me all the tax preparation jobs right here. And then it shows me how much people willing to pay. So I can tell you for sure, like what I see that I think is okay post and I would like to pursue it, and what I don't. So for example, I'm looking at this one and it says something like $6,000 estimated budget, and then I open it and I can see like here's a client. It says it has their reviews, so they're located in Chicago and they hired like 3 people. So something like that. I mean, this is very high price, but who knows? Maybe it's like a huge corporations and they want a tax return. So this kind of stuff like we can apply. So for example, with your experience, you're EI enrolled agents, and so anytime they ask if you license US CPA, you can say, oh, I am licensed enrolled agents with the IRS. I'm preparing tax returns. I'm eligible to prepare tax return. And that's a wonderful answer to this. Here they have like, oh, do you have experience? So I don't know, something like investment holding LLC, maybe not the best thing to start right away, but eventually you can. So we kind of just, when we apply, we just answer all of those questions. And then like here, seems like a company has a couple tax returns and they're looking for somebody and they want to pay them hourly. And that could be something good as well. And no, they said actually fixed fee per tax return. So we need to apply and just like let them know. But majority of the time, like if I see something personal return here, estimated budget 300, that could be that, you know, it's and somebody in Miami, they have a good review, so it means you're not gonna work with some horrible person, especially if you're doing tax return for the first time, because after you're done, they're gonna send you review and you're gonna send them review. So you want to make sure when you do your first one, you do something maybe a little bit cheaper, but with somebody that is not complicated, with a nice person, and then eventually you can figure it out. Lots of people find clients here, but they work outside Upwork, or they decide to do anything else you want, because this is just kind of like where people meet, companies meet. Sometimes majority of them, especially those with like really good degrees, they probably ratings, they probably would want to work and get payment on Upwork, and that's better for you for the first time, because what if the person doesn't pay you? In my experience for tax preparation, I never had anybody not pay me for tax return, because I have the most sensitive information available for me. And like something like here, it doesn't have any reviews. It can be just the person might be wonderful, might be horrible. They might and here's, so basically like the way it works, you choose whichever whichever you wanna, like for example, this one, tax filings. And then you press apply now. For now, I'm not able to do it because I need to verify my name. But after that, it will ask you to submit proposal. And it will ask you to answer questions if they have any. So I can show you my proposal that I was using. So basically I prepared like a short a short presentation for you. But basically, what I wanted to say in this short presentation that Upwork can be a good way to start, get additional clients, connect to the CPA company, whatever you need. But the most important for me was to personalize your message, your proposal, because people, what I learned from all these years, that people wants to work with people they like, and qualifications are great, experience are great, but they want to like you. So basically you have to add some personal touch, and also obviously demonstrate your credibility. So in our case, it's enrolled agent, your experience, what do you do, all this kind of stuff. But then in the end of the day, like what was getting me jobs before, and if I would start today, I would start with like, oh, where I'm located. It's important for people because I don't know, they want to know where you are, they want to relate to you. So if they see something like, oh, it's actually Ithaca is not sunny, so let me get rid of it. I think I used to have sunny Los Angeles there. So where you located, what did you do before for work, but try to say it like in an interesting way, that it's interesting for people what you did. So we can work a little bit on this. Told about your enrolled agents, that you have these qualifications, that you prepared a couple tax return and you're eager to help them out. And like for me, oops, I'm so sorry, I do talk about my YouTube channel, but you can talk about other things. And like in personal touch is just kind of like tell who you are as a person, like what do you like, where you located, like something like that. And that's usually, this personal touch is more important for people, that if you said like, oh, I did millions of tax return and all that kind of stuff. So that's my biggest suggestion from this. Upwork is interesting. We can try personal touch and tell about experience in an interesting way. That's something I would recommend. So what is your thoughts? Oh, I see. Let's take a look. So Upwork sign up. Let's see. I know what you're talking about. So when you sign up for work, there is two ways. Oops, it's already taken me here. It's fine. So there is two. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah. We'll do in a second. So there is one for clients and freelance for clients. So if you want to hire somebody, there is one version. And there is one if you want to be hired, which is freelancer. So there is a chance that you signed up for one which is a client. So for me, I am freelancer, cat freelancer. Yeah, you sometimes when you sign up, you can sign up for both sides, which is good because you can hire somebody. Let's say you doing tax return, which is like too much of specific things. And maybe you can go here and you post, oh, I need a tax preparer CPA to help me with this one specific thing, whatever it is hard. So sometimes maybe you can hire somebody, or you, like, let's say you need bookkeeper, you have this client and they need bookkeeping, and you for some reason decide not to offer bookkeeping. So you can go to Upwork, find amazing bookkeeper, or interview people. Yes, you can post your jobs here as well as you see them right now with the budgets, and then you can interview these people and hire them for whatever additional service you need. So yeah, so it's just a useful tool for both sides. If you get a client here, good. You can also hire somebody to help you out with that client. You can just get a client elsewhere, but then you decide to hire admin or data entry eventually, or you need some specific studies to be done. Whatever you ever need, Upwork is a cool thing, and I used it myself, and people like me used it as well. I wouldn't think this is the main place, which it could be. It could be, but again, it depends. But it could be additional stuff, good additional things. So that's Upwork. So I think like for us, just to set up a goal for next time, let's make sure you go to freelancer and you would be able to just search for those jobs. And maybe if you can, just send me a couple, just like two of them or one of them that you think you're suitable for, and we can try to apply for that one, or we can try to apply for 5. It's pretty easy to apply for it, but we can do it together on our call next time. So, or we can do it right now. It's up to you. So yeah, if you want to try to do it, we can try to do it. It doesn't mean they're gonna respond to you, but one of like 20 proposals will. No, so for example, like, yeah, so yeah, they just want to verify your identity usually, and then eventually you need to fill up this information here. You can add portfolios if you want. You can add like all this information, like languages, like all this kind of stuff. So for me, I just uploaded my resume. But then, yeah, verification is one of those things that needs to be done. Usually, it doesn't require more than a passport, but I don't know, it might be a little bit different for you because every country is different. But for US, they usually just require a passport. And then eventually, you can find it that people can look for you on Upwork, or you can just kind of like make it that it's only visible for people in Upwork. There is this profile settings, and profile can be public, or it can be private, or it can be only Upwork users. I recommend just using it only Upwork users because you want to deal on Upwork only with Upwork, and everywhere else people find you, it has nothing to do with Upwork. So I would not recommend this public view because I don't necessarily see why would you need it. You would want people finding you elsewhere. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so here they have. So for memberships, they have two kinds of membership. You can do this plus, so it's 19.99 per month, and then you can give you some connects. But you can do basic. I would recommend basic. Oh, wait, I don't know why it doesn't let me do it. But basically, yeah, you do need to buy those connects. They usually like 1.99 or two. Oh, here you go, buy connects. Yeah, so right here, I like, for example, I have 97 right now, but then I can choose how many more I want to buy. And it's usually, I don't know, I spend like $10 to buy those connects. So this is just ability to bid on jobs. So every time you bid on job, you're using those connects. So for example, like let's go back here, like this job, and it will tell you on the bottom how much it costs to apply. So for example, this one, let me see, or it doesn't say. Usually it says somewhere in here, or oh, here you go. To send proposal, you need to use 24 connects. Like, or this one, for example, is 22 connects to send proposal, and each of them different, depends how you yeah, depends on how much they pay. This one is 31. It used to be much cheaper. I think it's got much more expensive. But usually, like I would say, like if I would be applying for like, I don't know how many jobs, I would spend like $20 a month to just applying for certain jobs. So it's not going to be something that you pay hundreds of dollars. It's something that you potentially spend like $20, give it a try, and then you have it. And then eventually as you use it, I don't remember exactly how much is 100 connects, but as long as I remember it hasn't been very, very expensive. It was like, it's just like I spent usually $20 a month to sustain this. Okay, so that's Upwork. Let's try to get verification done by our next call, and then eventually, because it will be like busy time, so we'll try to at least place. The goal would be after we're done with verification, which I think it should be okay. It will take some time, but it's not that hard. Oh, congratulations! All right, so we take that out of our problems. We got verified. Awesome. So whenever you have a chance, try to go to this freelancer portion, fill up some information here about yourself, just some information. Try to make it a little bit more personal, and try to buy some connects so you can apply to like 1, 2 jobs just to try it. And then when you do apply, try to write proposals that is a little bit personal about who you are, because you have such a many great experiences. And then, like I said, yeah, let's give it a try. Yeah, if you need to use me as like, oh, I'm me, and like I work, I don't know, whatever it is, feel free to do it. Maybe I would not use it for proposal, but when you have a conversation, you can say that like we work together, all this kind of stuff. So whatever works, but I would give it a try. I think this is not the best. Like you see, there is lots of opportunities. So maybe one of those opportunities would be a good opportunity just to give it a try for a first time, for a first tax return.